Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me, and I am also very grateful to the organizer of this event about Balochistan. To understand the Balochistan problem and sufferings of Baloch people, we need to know the history of Balochistan. During the British era, Balochistan was divided into two parts, British Balochistan and State Balochistan. At the time of Indo-Pak partition, British Balochistan was merged into Pakistan against their will, and State Balochistan declared its independence. But after 9 months, Pakistani army forcefully and illegally occupied State Balochistan. The Baloch suffering started that day, and they continue until this very moment. In this whole time period, we tried so many times to work peacefully within Pakistani framework and get our basic rights, right of self-determination, right to self-rule. But each and every time, we got the answer by military operation, torture, illegal detention, etc. This is the 5th military operation going on, which started in 2005 in Dera Bugti and Kolu. The operation still continues and being intensified with every passing day. Bombardment of villages, burning of houses, enforced disappearances, torture, extrajudicial killings, mass graves, and other war crimes, crimes against humanity are committed on daily basis by Pakistani state in Balochistan. More than 20,000 Baloch civilians, including women and children, have been abducted by Pakistani forces during past 1 decade, while more than 42,000 have been killed. The victims of enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings are mostly political activists, students, teachers, lawyers, intellectuals, journalists, and basically the educated class and the cream of Baloch society. Pakistani forces have also started increasingly abducting Baloch women and children in past few years. Dozens of Baloch families have been abducted from Dera Bukti, Nasirabad, Turbat, and other parts of Balochistan. Killings of the educated class and abduction of women reminds us of the horrors of war crimes in Bangladesh. Bengali people were lucky to have been hundreds of miles away from Punjabi oppressive rulers and to have a neighboring peace-loving country like India that came to their rescue and saved them from evil clutches of Pakistani army. Unfortunately, the Baloch do not have such advantage, but this does not free India and other neighboring countries and the international community in speaking up for the Baloch genocide by Pakistani state. We are very grateful to India and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for highlighting Pakistani atrocities against the Baloch and speaking up for the Baloch people. But there is still a lot to be done. Not only India, but also other neighboring countries like Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and the entire international community has the duty to speak up against the Pakistani atrocities and human rights violations in Balochistan. It is their duty not only as a responsible neighbors and civilized countries, but also as the victims of state-sponsored terrorism that Pakistan has been using as a state policy to further its evil agenda in the region and overall the world. Without taking more time, I would thank you all once again and appeal to the United Nations and its member countries to come forward and speak up against the Pakistani war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Balochistan. India has taken the first step, and we hope other countries will also follow suit to defeat state terrorism and help the Baloch people achieve their basic human rights, including right to equality, justice, and freedom. Thank you very much.
Yes, Ravi.
I have one question. You know that since we are demanding a sovereign Balochistan, but if you see the history of Balochistan, the areas are occupied by Iran, Afghanistan, and of course Pakistan.
Right.
So, are you demanding a greater Balochistan, or are you demanding just a sovereign Balochistan from Pakistan?
We are only struggling for the illegal occupation of Pakistan in Pakistani occupied Balochistan. We have nothing to do with the Balochistan or the Baloch population in Afghanistan and Iran. They are happy and we have nothing to do with them. And so if one is happy with their own country, in their own country, like in Switzerland, you have three type of population here: the Swiss Germans and Swiss French and Swiss Italian. So they are happy. That doesn't mean that a German could come and ask for the German part of Switzerland. So I think it's clear, and I just want to make it clear here again. We are only struggling for the independence of Balochistan, which was illegally occupied by Pakistan. And they are happy in Iran, the Baloch population. Some of them are in Afghanistan. They are happy, and we have very good and we are also happy for them.
I'll just